Good afternoon, I'm Denise Tan and this is One News Now. 4 days before Christmas and as expected, it's a busy time over the Ninoy Aquino International Airport. The Civil Aviation Authority said foot traffic at the NAIA has increased to up to 150,000. That's up from the maximum average of 130,000 passengers on a regular day. CAAP earlier said it is expecting about 2.2 million passengers at the country's main gateway this holiday season. Most passengers are domestic travelers or those flying to and from their provinces. Airport authorities assure they are carrying out regular maintenance checks on NAIA's electrical system. That's to avoid any more power disruptions similar to what happened on New Year's and Labor Day. Let's check the situation over at PTEX. Our Gerard De La Peña is reporting from there. Gerard, good afternoon. What's the latest from your end?
Denise, more and more passengers who are eager to come home for the holidays are flocking here at the Parañaque Integrated Terminal Exchange or PTEX. But the problem is, buses bound for Bicol region are already fully booked. Boarding gates are crowded with passengers who are to come home to various destinations in Bicol as well as Batangas and Quezon. Data released by the PTEX management showed that foot traffic here reached 121,000 yesterday, which is higher compared to the 116,000 registered on Tuesday. But looks like it's gonna be around the same figure again today as crowds are spread out all throughout the week. The PTEX management said many passengers are trying to avoid the crowds, given the difficulty in securing tickets during the long holidays. Tickets for air-conditioned buses going to Bicol until Christmas Eve are already fully booked. We also spoke to a number of passengers here and they say that even the tickets for trips on December 27 to 29 are already fully booked. While the PTEX management made sure that all passengers will be accommodated and that the LTFRB is ready to provide special permits, there is no guarantee that the additional bus units are air-conditioned. The MMDA also made rounds of the terminal to check the condition of the passengers. MMDA General Manager Procopio Lipana said that the terminal should be strict in implementing security measures due to terror threats. He said there should be baggage inspection before passengers board the buses. The PTEX management said they have enough security personnel that will ensure the safety of passengers. Denise, those who are intending to go on trips should do their booking online. They can also come here as early as possible to reserve their slots. Denise.
All right, again, that was Gerard De La Peña. Thank you. The Land Transportation Office begins its crackdown on colorum PUVs and unruly taxi drivers via Oplan Pasaway. LTO Chief Vigor Mendoza said they have received a considerable number of complaints against unregistered PUVs and cab drivers who refuse passengers. Those caught engaging in such practice will pay 5,000 to 15,000 pesos in fines. Oplan Pasaway violators could also have their driver's licenses suspended or revoked. Here's the LTO chief giving one alleged violator a dressing down.
Kahit na, nilagyan nyo na dyan for garage na, taon-taon na lang yan. Kung di natin higpitan, di matututo eh. 90 days, subukan mo. Kung di magutong pamilya mo, ayaw natin yun eh.
Time to take a quick break. One News Now will be back with more stories after that. Stay with us. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Denise Tan. Vice President Sara Duterte was a no-show in the signing of the 5.7 trillion peso national budget yesterday. Other government officials, including House Speaker Martin Romualdez, were present in the ceremony. The confidential funds of Duterte's offices, along with other civilian agencies, have been removed from next year's coffers. Instead, more funds were allocated to defense initiatives for the West Philippine Sea and financial assistance to cash-strapped Filipinos. But VP Duterte will be with President Marcos later this afternoon at the 88th anniversary celebration of the Armed Forces. On top of their Tigil Pasada now, on day 4, Piston is also urging the Supreme Court to block the December 31 deadline for franchise consolidation. In their 56-page petition, Piston and other transport groups asked the High Court to declare as null and void the issuances released by the Transportation Department and LTFRB. They cited grave abuse of discretion on the part of these state agencies. And while this petition is being heard, the POV groups are also requesting the SC to stop the government from compelling them to join cooperatives by year-end. The petitioner's legal counsel believes the mandate violates the freedom of association of operators and drivers.
Yung Cooperative Code of the Philippines, ang cooperative voluntary. Bakit ito biglang mandatory, di ba?
Hindi dapat tayo pinupersa na pumasok sa isang andana na halos hindi kaya ng ating sektor, ng ating hanay, sa hanay ng mga driver at mga operator.
We now give you a rundown of the day's global headlines. The New York Times sees interlocking legal issues if former President Donald Trump's case goes to the Supreme Court. Trump is facing a string of cases in the run-up to the 2024 elections. This could mean that justices may be reluctant on taking away from voters the decision to elect Trump as president again. The Republican candidate was earlier disqualified from holding office and was removed from ballots in Colorado due to his involvement in the 2021 Capitol attack. Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh has visited Egypt amid intensive talks on the new ceasefire with Israel. This is the first time in more than a month that Haniyeh, who normally resides in Qatar, went to the country. A Reuters source earlier said envoys were deep in discussion for the release of the remaining Hamas hostages in exchange of Palestinian prisoners of Israel. And Toyota Motors says it will recall over 1 million vehicles worldwide over a potential airbag issue. It said a short circuit in a sensor could cause airbags not to deploy as designed. Meanwhile, a Reuters investigation found that Tesla long knew about its car's defective parts it blamed on drivers. Among others, Tesla users have been complaining about wheels falling off cars and axles breaking under acceleration. Here at home, Google has unveiled its Year in Search 2023, a compilation of the top trending keywords and terms Pinoy searched for. SIM registration topped the list. A new law was set in motion this year requiring Filipinos to register their SIM cards. Another top search was Precinct Finder in time for the Barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan elections back in October. Persona non grata ranked third, followed by Nipah virus and war in Israel and Gaza. Rounding up the top 10 Google searches for Pinoys were Lato-Lato, updates on Typhoon Egay and Taal volcano, and the earthquake in Turkey and Mocha Farm. One News Now will be back at 3:15 p.m. Join us again later. I'm Denise Tan. We are One News.